2. So sometimes if I can just like get like parts out of other kits, I'll double buy certain kits, or especially if they're cheap, because I'll utilize those parts for other things easily. All right, so 1, 2, one of these, 1, 2, 3. We've got one of these and 1, 2 of these bricks with bars on it. Do I have to? Yeah. Oh, I have to. I already have it. Oy vey. Oy vey. Oy vey, me and my brain, right? All right, and then I need one 1x3. Okay, so 1x3 going here, and then a 1x1 on the end. So we've got another bit of station up over here, which is kind of cool. I'll take it. It goes there, and then 2 of these. Why we didn't use a 1x2, I have no idea, but it is. Man, it is. All right, so we need another orange chair. Thankfully, this has lots of orange chairs, because I've got, I think, green and some yellow. I'll if I ever make a Baskin Robbins or a sweets shop sort of thing, some of these pieces will come in handy. Oh yeah, totally. I've got tons of green, orange, and yellow chairs. Make an old school Baskin Robbins shop. All right, let's see. Okay, that blue light's going up here on this. And then these brown ones go one in here. And then one over here. Keep that from falling off. That's going here. And that's going to be going right over here. And then now, oh, we're not turning. We turned here. Okay. Now we've got a slope, another cotton candy. I'm kind of wondering about this cotton candy thing. This is kind of odd. Pair of binoculars. Which is kind of odd to fit on there with the cotton candy. And you got to do the binoculars first and then the cotton candy. And then a yellow cup. Lots of yellow cups. And a 1x1 tile. So that's going to go, how do they want this? I'm surprised they didn't do a sticker for this. If that's supposed to be like a control. You figured that would have been like the one to have. I actually want to order some tiles and slopes and stuff that have like little patterns and designs on it. Little control panel things. Because if like I said, if I'm going to make this spaceship, I need to make it the right way. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And we're going to go 4 up on each one. And 4. Press them all down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Press them all together just to make them stick. 3 and 4. one more set. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And then these are going to go here. Now we're using those slope windows, which I absolutely love. I like that we're utilizing these windows, and there's a lot of them. I do plan on building some stuff out of this. Oh, sweet. We got that cool window there. I'm guessing that's for the helicopter, which I'm okay with. How are we doing this? I see. So we're going out a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 of these, and then 1, 2, 3 of these plates or clips, and that's going to fit onto there. 1, 2, and then one more right here. Okay. All right, so we got one fitted over here on the bottom of this. Got one more over here. And then one more over here. And I popped off my plant by accident. Can I want to go between studs for that if I can. I feel like that holds a little bit better. Okay. Now we need 1, 2 of these 1x6s, a 1x4, and 1, 2, 3 of these 2x4 tiles. That's going to go up on the top of each one of these. 1, 2, 3. I think after this, I was trying to decide. I was like, do I want to I was trying to decide on what I wanted to do after this. Honestly, I think I might play a video game. Like once I'm done with this, it's like I might move some things before I get too involved. There's some stuff I kind of want to move. I still have videos to make to get next week all set up. But I might spend some time, go play some video games for a little bit. Enjoy life. Saturday. 2, 3, and 4. As much as I like building, it's still a lot of work doing all this. 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, yeah, probably after this, I'll be vamos, and I'll play some video games and just kind of chill, work on the office a little bit, get some things moved, hang out with the family, see if we can watch a movie or something. I've been wanting to watch Cabin in the Woods for a while again. That's a crazy movie. I've never seen it, but I would definitely say you probably need to be the right age. It's a hard R for a reason. So, yeah. I won't even let my kid watch it. Keeps begging. I'm like, yeah, no. I'm very particular about some of the movies. And then it's crazy because he'll tell me, it's like, oh, I watched this. I'm like, when did you watch this? I did not. I didn't sign off on it. Sometimes I think what it is, he'll see like a video of it. And it's like, oh, I know about this. I've watched it. And I'm like, no, you hadn't watched it. You know of it. 2 grills and 1, 2 of these clips. All right, let's see. Oh, clips are going to go down here. So we got 1. This definitely needs some reinforcement on the bottom. I will give you that. All right, it should go right into. It goes in between, right? Yes. This goes in between there. These are going to go on the top. So this goes here. And then these going 1 and 2, and they're going to go on the back. Kind of over here. Kind of interesting. All right, so we need 1, 2, 1 and 2. So we've got a lot of big pieces here. Oh, we're building kind of a, it's like a pier portion. 2, 2, 3, and 4. And then 2 chains. Thankfully, we got a lot of chains, man. I like working with like little chains. Now the ones that I have, I've got a lot of the chains that they are silver, and so I've been like incorporating those into the builds, which I think is really cool when you're able to do that. These are gray. It could still be done. I could still definitely use them. But we've got like a little pier or dock thing going on here. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Hey, what's happening? Let's see. Blazing Bricks. What's happening, my man? How are you? So 1, and then 2, and then we're going on with these little chains kind of on the side. So 1 and 2 here. Like I said, the little chains make things worthwhile. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Here, I'm gonna reach up there. Let's see. And thank you for the likes too. I was looking to see. Nice. All right. So we're building this little pier, and that is supposed to fit out here. Now, knowing my ability of putting these pins in without destroying everything has been not so great today, so I'm going to go ahead and stick it that way, and then I'll stick it back under the pier right here. But now we got a problem. It takes up even more room with this little dongly thing sticking out of the side, so now I got to move more pieces around. Too much. All right, so we'll put this. Oh man, I've got the boat over here. This will go. Let's see. How am I wanting to move things? As I'm building this, right? I can't see anything. All right. So we've got. It looks like at this point we're doing the satellite dish, and then so I am building. Hey, sorry. I am building the Hegoai Fire Rescue. This is the Fire Rescue from the Fire Rescue series. It is very much like, here, let me kind of pull it up. This is the building so far. And it's very much like old school kind of Lego City Lego sort of thing, but it's generic. It got this really cool boat. This is actually a pretty decent boat. And this feels like it's on par with the Mold King. Which I have a lot of the Mold King boats as well, so this is actually pretty cool. And then we get a little rescue boat that I'll probably end up like repurposing this flag, making it a dive flag, and then I'll probably put this with my divers over in my city area, or like my bay, because I've got a bay that I'm building. So I will probably, like, once this is done and reviewed, I'll probably end up taking a lot of this apart and building it to other things, because hardly anything stays the way it is. It's weird when I'm buying sets, especially if I'm buying like cheap sets, I'm looking to see like, what parts can I get out of that? And it's cool because they have those old school like Legoland like space radar dishes, which I think are like The cat's meow, man. All right, so we've got this trailer hitch, ball jointed trailer hitch. Let's see which one we need. One of these. A friction. They're saying a friction. It's actually not a friction. It's a studded. It's a pin to stud. The friction pieces are the ones. Oh, Technic pin without friction. Okay. Mm-hmm. Trying to prove me wrong. Oh man. So, how you doing this Saturday? You building anything in particular? You got anything on the table that you're enjoying, or what's going on? I think this is probably for today, because I've got reviews and stuff I'm wanting to do. But I think for me, I probably, after I'm done with this, I'll probably like work on moving things around in here, and then I don't know. I might be done building for a little bit. I've built quite a bit. I say that, but I actually want to rip up some sets, and I would like to build a custom spaceship. So maybe I'll start work on that instead of Osgiliath or any of the other things I said I was gonna build. All right, here we go. Oh, here, let me see if I can turn that a little bit this way so we can see. I'm gonna pull this down just a little bit more. A little less of me, a little bit more of the build. Look at that. Beep bop beep beep boop beep 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 bop. That's pretty cool. And of course it tilts as well. It's a little loose, but it works. Works. All right, let's see. We've got antennas and more radar dishes. So let's pull this up over here. How many antennas do we have? 1, 2. We should have one giant antenna as well. There we go. And then the giant antenna is going, let me turn this where that meets up where we need it. Giant antenna is going here. This one's going here, and then we're going to be making with this one, we're going to be making a whole radar dish system, which is pretty awesome. So we've got 1 and 2, and then a couple of bars. 2, and then it looks like some blue studs. 1 and 2. All right, so we're going to peg that into there. That's going to fit into there. And then we'll do the same thing over here. 1 and 2. I find it interesting that they have, oh, I guess I can push all the way through. Oh, huh. Ah, see, I knew I did something wrong. So over here should be pulled up over there. There we go. So there's 2 different blues. There's ones that have the Technic pinhole and ones that don't. That one goes back over there. I was kind of wondering, but they didn't show anything particular about, hey, don't use this one without a pinhole. Use this one instead. There was nothing like that. So I didn't think anything of it, but that's how we're building our little radar dish. That's going to fit right up here. Lots of communication. Beep, 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 beep. Apparently, they're also sending out Morse code based on my beeping. All right, so this is going here. We got this boat, I guess, can dock up right there. Very interesting. Now we're on our helicopter. I'll make sure I didn't miss anything. No, I did not. Okay, we're on our helicopter. Oh, I'm starting to get to a point where I'm starting to get tired. But you know what? I want to see this to the end. So we've got our piece here, a 2x4, two 1x2s, and then one of these pieces here. It'll be interesting if we have one of these left over. I don't know if we're using this. This came with the boat, but apparently we did not need it. So that's usually kind of weird that they would send an extra one of those. A little odd. But it is. It is. Alright, so we'll put that there, put this one on the end. 2x4 and these here. 1, 2, 1. And 2 of these pieces. Here, this one goes right up here on the top. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Kind of going all together here. And then we need 2 1x3s, and then one of these. Go over here, fix this. There we go. So 1 and 2. So I'm guessing this is the back of the helicopter, quite possibly. Which would be kind of cool. And then we need 2 brackets, 2, and one of these. Boom, boom, and boom. And then when 1x2x2, need 2 of them. 2 of these green pieces. And then 2 1x3s. So at this point, I feel like I'm kind of racing. I want to get it done. That goes here. This goes here, and then 2, 1, and 2. Kind of interesting the way we're putting this helicopter together, because this would make for a good like Cobra helicopter. All right. One of these. A little bar on plates. We're using that as the back of a chair. And 1, 2 of these are going to go right back here. 1 and 2. And then 2 2x2s, and then 1 2x3. And how are we doing it? So 1 off the end here and here. Okay. Now we need 2 yellows and then 2 of these. Going across this way. Boom, 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 and boom. We need 1 of these. And then we're making a little joystick, which will work. Man, almost 3 hours. Almost 3 hours building this. So we got 1, and 1 of these. Okay. So over here, we're putting this on the side. This should go here to here. Am I correct? Yes. That goes up here. And then it looks like we're going the opposite direction to 3 of these jumpers. Another plate, another one of these. Put this over here. This goes up top. And then, yeah, just sink them down. 1, 2, 3. It's actually looking pretty cool. And now we got our rotor plate and our window. So rotor plate that's going right here. Window piece is going right here. Boom. Actually fits. Look at that. That reminds me a little bit of the G.I. Joe Locust. Oh, that would be a cool thing to adapt. That'd be a really cool thing to adapt. Let's see. 1, 2 of these hoses. 2 of these yellow. And some blue water. And how are we doing it? We're popping this into here. That's going into the bottom of that. Again here. Bottom of this. And that's supposed to fit right into here. And attach to there. Same thing here. Attached to there. It's actually pretty cool. I love this design. Look at that. Yeah, that's solid. I dig that. As a kid, I would have loved this piece. That would have been like the cat's meow for me. I'd been like, yeah, I could do anything. All right, so we need 1, 2, and 1 and 2 of these. Let's start putting them together this way. So let's see. 1, we'll kind of build them out of the bins here. Matter of fact, what we'll do is we'll just take all this. This is our last little bits and bobs and pieces. Put it all here, bring it over. This might make some of the build a little bit easier to kind of go from here. 1, 2, and 1, and then a red going right here, and then another one of these going right here, right? Yes. Okay. That's going to fit to here, and then we'll do the same for the other. We've got 1, 2, skip, 1 here on the end, and then 1 more right here. And we're putting the long ones to the back. Okay, so should go here. This will go right here, 1 and 2. All right. And then we'll attach this. And that should be fitting right here to here. That's pretty cool, actually. That's actually a really nice design. Look at that. It works, man. It works. Okay. So we've got this. We got this. How are we doing this? So we need a 1x6. We get a yellow. A plate. Plate with Technic pin. I've missed a step. Yep, looky there. Alright, so that goes here. So 1. That moves up. Let's grab this. Boom. Goes there. Okay. And then this tile moves up. Just like that. Okay. Then we're putting this on top of here. Am I correct? Yep. We got this going on top here. And then our last 2 stickers. 1 on each side. Makes sense. We need to know what it is actually a... Just in case you didn't know, it's part of the fire department. Kind of stick it right in the center. Boom. The same thing for the other side. There we go. Boom. Okay. And this gets, that can go down there. This gets our little fan blade. And this should fit right to the back of here. Let me stick that back on there. There we go. All right. Now we're down to our last little bits, bobs, and pieces. 1, 2, 3, and then our 3 blades here. Let's see, how are we going? We're going this way. 1, 2. Make sure they all go in the same direction. 3. That's going to fit onto there. Wow, that is hitting really close. I would say that probably needs to raise up one, honestly. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put one more plate since if we're not going to use it, let's... There we go. That's a little bit better. Oh, man. And do I have any more pieces of parts? No. I was going to say, I was looking to see if there was anything to adapt this, but nada. Nada, nada. Okay. That's it. This fits up there. Oh my goodness, look, I broke off the antenna of that boat. This, I guess, fits right up there. I guess we can lock it into place there. Of course, the helicopter can't take off because look, there's no room for it. But, yeah. All right. Man, that's it. And we do have parts left over here. Let's kind of, we're going to kind of look at it from right here. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Let's see if I fix that real quick. There we go. Okay, so we've got the boat there. We've got, yeah, pretty cool. I mean, like I said, I'll do the review. I'll play with it for a little bit, do the review. And then, yeah, there's a lot of building stuff in this that I think would work really, really well. I would be super down for a lot of this. Hold on, me turn that off. Yeah, there we go. I would be super down for a lot of these building parts because I mean you've got like some classic like antennas, you got those slanted windows, even that canopy there. There's a lot here, and for the price, like if we're not spending like a lot of money on this, like I said, I got this off TikTok shop. This is pretty basic stuff. There's not a lot to it, but it works. It really works, and I think that there's a lot here you can build and play with, which is a lot of fun. Listen, that's all I got. Hey, man, how do I put this? Hey, I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build. Happy brick hunting, right? Later.